San Diego is one of the most desirable cities in the entire country. Perfect weather, beaches, incredible food scene, and a price tag to match. But what if I told you there's a part of San Diego where your money actually goes further? The sun actually comes out in June, and you can get a backyard that doesn't double as a postage stamp. Today, we're talking East County. What's up, everyone? Welcome back. If you're new here, I cover everything about living in San Diego, the good, the bad, and the stuff the tourism board definitely doesn't want you to know. Today, we're going deep on East County, San Diego. I'm talking El Cajon, Santee, La Mesa, Lakeside, Alpine, Lemon Grove, all of it. 6 pros, 5 cons, completely honest take. Let's get into it. Pro number 1, housing affordability. Let's start with the one that matters most for most people, money. San Diego's median home price is well over $900,000. In some coastal zip codes, you're pushing well past $1 million for something totally average. East County flips that script. You can still find solid single-family homes in Santee, El Cajon, or La Mesa at prices that won't make you cry in the parking lot after your pre-approval meeting. And we're not talking about settling for a tiny condo with a view of a parking structure. We're talking actual houses with garages and yards. For first-time buyers especially, East County might be the last remaining entry point into San Diego homeownership that doesn't require you to have a trust fund or to sell a kidney. Pro number 2, the weather. Okay, so weather is also a con on this list, and I'll get there, but let me make the case for East County weather first because it genuinely gets slept on. San Diego has this thing called May gray and June gloom. If you've never experienced it, here's the deal. From roughly May through late June, the marine layer rolls in off the coast and just sits there. You wake up, it's gray. You eat lunch, it's gray. Sometimes it burns off by 2 p.m., sometimes it doesn't. People who move to San Diego for the weather in the summer are genuinely shocked by this. East County, we really don't do that. The marine layer can move in the early mornings, but then it typically burns off. So while Pacific Beach looks like Portland in June, we're out here in full sunshine with the pool already open. That's a real quality of life difference that people don't talk about enough. Now, yes, in July, August, and September, it swings the other way, and we'll get to that. But the coastal San Diegans who make fun of East County weather have conveniently forgotten that they spend half of June in a fog. Pro number 3, space. Actual space. One of the things that happens when you move to a high cost of living city is that you start accepting less and less space as normal. You convince yourself that a 1,400 square foot house on a 4,000 square foot lot is totally fine, and maybe it is, but East County reminds you that it doesn't have to be that way. Out here, lots are bigger. Properties have more mature landscaping, more trees, more buffer between you and your neighbors. In Lakeside or Alpine, you can find genuine land, acreage, room for animals, a detached garage, a workshop. In La Mesa, you can find charming older neighborhoods with big yards and character that you just don't find at comparable prices to the coast. Privacy is underrated until you don't have it. East County has it. Pro number 4, you're not actually far from anything. This is the biggest misconception about East County, and I want to kill it right now. People act like moving out here means you're relocating to the middle of nowhere. You're not. For most of East County, you are 25 to 35 minutes from the beach on a normal day. You're close to Petco Park for Padre games, you're a straight shot to the airport. Mission Valley, which has pretty much every store and restaurant you'd ever need, is right there on the 8. Downtown is accessible, the zoo, Balboa Park, all of it. Totally doable. Is it as close as living in North Park or Hillcrest? No. And the Commute Con is coming up. But the idea that East County is some remote outpost disconnected from the rest of the city is just not accurate. You're in San Diego. You're just in the part of San Diego where people have driveways. Pro number 5, schools that actually deliver. If you have kids or you're planning to, this matters a lot. The Grossmont Union High School District is genuinely strong, and I don't think it gets nearly enough credit. You've got charter schools like Steel Canyon and Helix, and then Grossmont, Mount Miguel, Valhalla, El Cap, and many others. These are real schools with real programs. Strong athletics, solid AP and college prep tracks, arts programs, vocational programs. Granite has won the state championship. Steel Canyon has one of the best golf programs. These aren't throwaway schools. These are schools where parents are involved and kids are getting prepared. School quality is one of the biggest factors in where people choose to live, and East County competes. Full stop. Pro number 6, the outdoor access is quietly world-class. I'll keep this one moving because I could do a whole separate video on it, but East County's access to the outdoors is legitimately incredible and one of the most underappreciated things about living out here. Mission Trails Regional Park is one of the largest urban parks in the entire country, and it's right here. Cowles Mountain is the highest point in the city of San Diego, Cuyamaca Rancho State Park, El Capitan Reservoir, Lake Jennings, the Viejas area. Hikers, mountain bikers, trail runners, horseback riders, this is your place. If you want to be in actual nature, not just walking a paved path next to a Starbucks, then East County delivers. All right, as noted, we're not going to just focus on the pros because there are some real cons to living in East County, and I want to be fully transparent and honest about that. Con number 1, the heat is real. All right, flip side of the weather coin. Summer in East County can be a little brutal. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. When a heat wave rolls through in August and it's over 100 degrees in El Cajon, that's not a vibe. Inland valleys trap heat in a way the coast never does, and on some days it's just genuinely oppressively hot. Now, most East County homes have pools or access to a community pool, and you adapt. You learn to do outdoor stuff in the mornings, you embrace the AC, you laugh at coastal San Diegans who act like 78 degrees is a heat wave. But if you are someone who physically cannot handle heat, like it's a medical thing, it genuinely affects your quality of life, that's a real factor. Be honest with yourself about it before you buy a house in Lakeside and then spend every August miserable. Con number 2, the stigma. Let's address it. East County has a reputation. Some of it's earned from decades ago, some of it is outdated, and some of it is just coastal San Diegans being snobby, which if you've spent any time in certain parts of San Diego, you already know that's absolutely a thing. The stereotypes about East County being rough, backwards, or unwelcoming, they don't really match the reality of most of the area today. La Mesa is genuinely lovely. Parts of Santee have grown up a lot. El Cajon has incredible diversity and some of the best Middle Eastern food in the county. But the stigma exists. You'll hear the jokes. Some people will raise an eyebrow when you tell them where you live. My honest advice, lean into it. East County people have a chip on their shoulder in the best possible way. We know what we have. Let them keep paying $1.2 million for a bungalow in Ocean Beach. Con number 3, the food and nightlife scene has a ceiling. I love East County, but I'm not going to lie to you. If you are a serious foodie or someone who wants a vibrant bar and restaurant scene, this is a real gap. The big name chefs are not coming out here. The trendy cocktail bars with the $22 drinks and the interesting ice cubes, that's not going to be a thing. What East County does have is genuinely good local spots. Fantastic Mexican food, solid mom and pop restaurants, family-owned places that have been around for 30 years because they're actually good. But if nightlife and dining culture are central to your lifestyle, just know that you'll be making a lot of trips west for that. It's not a deal breaker, it's just the reality. Call number 4, the commute will test you. If your job is on the coast, Serena Valley, UTC, La Jolla downtown, I want you to really think about this before you commit to living out here. The 8 freeway and the 125 can be painful. Summer is typically the worst because you've got beach traffic on top of the regular commuter traffic, and unlike some cities where you can take transit and decompress, East County's public transportation options are limited. This is probably the con that causes the most regret for people who move out here without thinking it through. If you work from home or your job is in East County or the Mission Valley corridor, it's probably a non-issue. But if you're making a daily round trip to the coast, price that into your quality of life calculation before you sign anything. All right, and con number 5, car dependency is just a fact of life. Related to the commute, but slightly different. East County does not have a walkable urban core. There are a few neighborhoods like La Mesa Village where walkability is a bit better, but for the majority of the communities, your ability to stroll to your coffee shop, grab dinner, walk to a bar, and stumble home is going to be really limited. That lifestyle just doesn't exist out here. You're going to own a car. You're going to drive it constantly. Errands, dining, entertainment, all of it requires getting in the car. For some people, that's completely fine, especially if you're coming from a suburban background anyway. But if you've moved to San Diego specifically for an urban walkable lifestyle, East County is going to feel like a step in the wrong direction. It's not a flaw, it's just the character of the place. So who is East County actually for? Before I wrap up, I want to give you the honest answer to the real question underneath all of this, which is who should actually live in East County? East County is for the people who want space and good schools without going broke. It's for outdoor enthusiasts who want trails out their back door. It's for people who work from home or work locally and don't need to cross the county every day. It's for people who value community and roots over trendiness. And honestly, it's for people who are secure enough to not care what someone in La Jolla thinks about their zip code. It's probably not for you if your entire social life revolves around the restaurant and bar scene. It's probably not for you if you genuinely cannot handle heat. It's probably not for you if a long commute is going to slowly destroy your soul. San Diego is a big, diverse county. East County is one of its most underrated chapters. For the right person, it's honestly the best kept secret in Southern California. All right, so that's my honest take. 6 pros, 5 cons, and the real story on East County, San Diego. If you find this useful, hit that subscribe button. I've got a lot more San Diego content coming, and I'm not going to waste your time with fluff. Drop in the comments, are you an East County person or a coastal person? Let's actually debate this, and I'll see you on the next one.